It's New Year's. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update, the last one of 2018. Well, I can't say that the year is going out with a whimper, but it's kind of going out with a whimper. It's not a surprise. Markets were open. The gap higher last night basically stayed up. There was one push down, and right now it's about 40 minutes before the close, although you won't get this till after the close. It's about 40 minutes till the close, and they're just kind of sputtering around, rallying a little bit, selling off a little bit. Not much. Again, no real surprise. There was no big news over the weekend. There was no big news today. Just a quiet finish to a year. There was talk. I mean, part of the rally was based on maybe that there's some deal going on with China. Again, this is not a surprise. After Friday's collapse, it's no surprise that we had a little bit of a rally. We're going to churn. We're going to consolidate down here at these lower levels before, I think, going much lower. I think the first quarter next year, I think January is going to be pretty ugly. Based on what I'm seeing in the volatility, based on what I'm seeing in the bond market, based on anything that I would look at that say, hey, there's some issues out there, and I think there's a lot of problems that are out there. I know we continue to try to ignore them. It's the same as the oil pundits that continue to say, well, oil's going higher, we're going to have a shortage. Well, right now we've got an oversupply, and we continue to put rigs in the ground, which means we're creating more supply, and that's not including the rest of the world. So, again, I think oil goes to the high 30s. I think that you want to sell rallies in oil until something happens differently. The bond market continues to push higher. It's a little concerning, certainly because I'm short. I'm short bonds, and I think rates are going higher. I think there's going to be a dramatic turn here. All of a sudden, I think bonds are going to turn over. Now, again, we're going to have to make a decision here quickly if we're going to puke them out, because right now we're wrong. And we're not going to sit here and hold them. But there is a position that they're setting up very similar to the setup we saw in crude oil when we had to puke out crude oil back a couple of months ago before getting back on the right side of the market. So one of the big things you want to remember is don't put yourself in jeopardy, okay? Make sure you have an exit. Worst comes to worst, you'll get back in. That's really what you have to focus on in these trades. Gold continues to try to push higher. I'd probably say we'll see 1,300 in the next week or two, maybe higher. Again, I think it's going to be a good year for gold. Grains are under pressure today, but there was absolutely no volume. I think the grains are a great opportunity to step in here, especially wheat down around the $5 level. It's been under pressure, but I think that just from a technical standpoint, they look solid. For every other reason, they look solid, and I think there's going to be a lot of the money that's going to come out of the equity markets that's going to flow into agricultural products like grains, and then, of course, the meats were soft, but we expected them. They weren't even that soft. They were basically unchanged, with the hogs up a tiny bit and fats and feeders down a little bit. But the big picture is pretty clear. I think we're going significantly lower in the markets. I think we can continue to try to take away any potential recession risk, which everybody wants to do. I think we can continue to boast about the great growth we're going to have. I don't see it. I think there's a lot of issues coming here. Trade war or no trade war, again, I'm not a believer in these trade wars. I think it's a crock. I think that, we will win this if there's going to be a winner, but it's not having the effect on the market. The effect on the market is that, simply put, too much debt, costs are rising. That's taking away part of the profits, which will create a lot more of the selling. So cryptocurrencies got hammered a little bit today. But overall, again, it was really a non-eventful day, not much to look at. I think we come back, it'd still probably be quiet Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because it's still kind of a holiday. But I think we'll look at it, see what the markets look like. And we're certainly looking for rallies to sell into. I think we're going to see the volatility is going to rise. I think the markets are going to fall. I think it's going to be an ugly first quarter, if not an ugly year. I mean, I'm expecting a pretty big down year for the year, but I think that we're going to see some real volatility coming right out of the gate in the next week or two. So I'm looking to sell rallies. We'll continue to update on levels, but for right now, it's New Year's. There's not much to do, and of course, just football to watch and parties to go to. And I want to take this time to wish all of you a very happy and healthy, prosperous New Year. We're going to continue to provide you with information, and we've got some specials coming after the first of the year. So everybody have a great, safe, happy, healthy, prosperous New Year. We'll see you next year right here on Bubba's Daily Update. In the meantime, if you'd like to get a copy of the book, Gold is a Better Way by my friend Adam Barata. All you have to do is go to BubbaTrading.com/gold. And of course, if you want to help us with the high school program, Patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's Patreon.com/Bubba Trading. Happy, healthy New Year. We'll see you back here on Wednesday with more of Bubba's Daily Update.